All right. So there was a question in class yesterday about one of the levels, and I think it was this linked list level, and it appears to be giving at least one person difficulty, probably the rest of you as well. So I'm going to walk through it for you and show you how to go about solving one of these levels. So the first thing we'll do, I've downloaded it here in this downloads directory. I'll execute it. And it tells me that this is an exercise in tracking down segmentation faults. There's a linked list that's being traversed, and if you don't give it the right password, this final element in that linked list is not going to point to null and terminate the traversal, but rather it's going to be left at an uninitialized location, which will lead to a segmentation fault when it's followed. So the instructions ask you to run GDB and use the command where to find the place in the level where the segmentation fault happened. So that's our first task. And one of the things I should mention up front is that when I run GDB, I've got this thing aliased to gdb-tui in order to use the windowed mode of GDB. And I think I had this demoed in the recorded lecture from one of the snow days. So I'm going to run GDB on this binary, and it gives me this windowed mode, and I say I want to see the assembly of this, so I'll do a layout ASM, and then this is the assembly code for main. So I'll do what the level asks me to do. I'll run, I'll enter a password, foo, and I get this segmentation fault on the bottom here. And so my screen gets messed up because the windowing mode is not quite so solid. So if you would like to refresh the screen, you could either type refresh at the GDB command line, or I do Control L, and then that will reset the screen. So here I go. So it gets this segmentation fault at cats 40078B, and I can actually type where, which is what the level asks you to do. I don't really need to type where, but whoops, that's the wrong one. So it's in cats 40078B, and if you look at 40078B in the upper pane, it takes something at hex 18 plus RAX and moves it into RAX. So it's going to load a pointer, or it's going to load something that's pointed to by RAX plus hex 18 into RAX. Okay, so this is the location of the traversal, the linked list traversal. So I'm going to do a break on this instruction. So there, I've broken into this this move, and then let's go back to the level up here, set a breakpoint and repeat the level, tracing through the linked list traversal in assembly. So we set the breakpoint. So let's rerun our binary, and I'll type in foo again. And let's see, I hit that breakpoint here, breakpoint 1. I'll Control L, and so we have found the instruction that is doing the traversal. So this is being done in a loop, and so you can see this breakpoint. If I continue, I'll hit it again, I'll hit it again, I'll hit it again. So this is the linked list being traversed. But eventually, that traversal will fall off the end and give me a segmentation fault. Okay. So the next part of this level says find the address used in the penultimate link of the list, i.e. the one before the segmentation fault. Do so by tracking the values being moved at each successive breakpoint that is hit. So the value that's being moved is in this instruction, and it's being moved into RAX. So I can actually, if I want to see what gets moved in here, I could actually examine the memory at this memory address, or I could set a breakpoint right after this instruction and then just print what's in RAX. So let me do that. I'll delete. So if I do an info on the breakpoints, I see I have only one breakpoint. I can delete that breakpoint. And I'll do a break on cats plus 76. All right, so there it is. And I'm going to rerun this. I'll type my password as foo again. And here I am after this this memory location has been dereferenced and the result loaded into RAX. Okay, so I am now going to track the values that get moved. So the value is now in RAX, so I can do a print /x of $RAX, and it's 601,660, and I can continue. And then I can print again, and it's 601,680. I can continue. 601,680. I can continue. 601,6C0. I can continue. And I see hex 3. Now this thing, if it's a linked list and you use hex 3 as the pointer, this thing is going to cause you a seg fault. So you are looking for the penultimate value that gets sent across. So you are looking at this value. All right. So once you've found the address, restart the level and enter this address in hexadecimal as the password. The program will then print the actual password before seg faulting. All right, so let's copy that address. Run this thing again, and I will enter this password. And it says, congratulations, you're one step away. Try using this as a password. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to delete this breakpoint and let it run to completion. And I can get the good job string. All right.